Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a booster box of Streets of New Capenna. This set was released April 29th, 2022. Let's see what we get into. Let's show everybody fully sealed and intact. No funny business. Never on this channel. I'm not here to make a buck, I'm here to inform. Alright, so we got our Gala Greeters, one of a gazillion in my possession. Got 36 packs to go through here. Let's see what 540 cards of this set looks like. We're going to go through the first pack, commons, uncommons, and rares, and then we're just going to zip through the other 35. Alright, so we got ourselves a big score, Capenna Express, Revel Ruiner, Disdainful Stroke, Dapper Shieldmate, Midnight Assassin, Mass Bandits, Skybridge Towers and Showcase, Spara Adjudicators, Graveyard Shift, Glittering Stockpile, Vampire Scrivenger, and we got ourselves an unlicensed hearse coming in here from the Artifact series, and then a foil rare Structural Assault, and then one of those full art islands and a punch card. So we'll go ahead and just slide all those to the side. We'll keep our rares up here. Maybe we'll make a rare pile and a mythic pile. Why not? So let's combine those two there. Alright, so we're just going to skip through all of this. There's a couple of uncommons that are valued over $1, and I'll cover those in the box analysis. So we got a Zatora Envoy coming in here, then a Graveyard Shift foil, and a Plains and a Citizen token. Still quite a few cards have some value. I'm looking at two that are currently valued over $2. They're borderless cards, or excuse me, there are two cards valued over $20, both borderless. Alright, so we have Evelyn the Covetous coming in here as a rare, and then a Swamp and a Treasure token. I'll do it this way, and that way we can have our foils on the left. Alright, so light them up. Alright, Cormella, Lagrella. There's Vivian of the Hunt coming in here. So one of our mythics. It does have a couple of dollars worth of value. I think that might be our first one. Alright, so the Theater, the Overlook, Shipment, Agent, Duelist. And we've got Mastro's Diabolist, and an island and a treasure. So still looking for any of the triome or tricolored lands. This is the sister set to Ikoria in that regard. I think that's about the only thing those two share. So we have an Incandescent Aria coming up here as a rare, and nothing in the back. Broker's Charm, Tavern Swindler. We got Rigo, Streetwise Mentor coming in here. Not high value, one of the full art lands. Daring Escape, Exotic Pets, Professional Grudge. Got a Sanguine Spy, and a Forest and a Rogue. There's only 3 black cards currently valued over $1, 2 mythics and a rare, and the most valuable is just over $2. So if we see a rare black card, we're not happy. Alright, Corpse Appraiser, Bookcase. We got a Raffine, a Scheming Seer coming in here. It's going to be a few dollar hit, mythic. Nice to see that. Got ourselves another punch card. Move the trash off camera. Stimulus package. Ooh, those are, I don't know if you all can see that. I'll try and get them close. Let me put those to the side. If you look at the top of these cards, right here, there's another card seeping through, and they are shifted at the bottom. So I know there's some people that enjoy those cards, especially when they're off like that. So I'm just going to put those to the side. So we did get one of the black rares valued over $1, Tenacious Underdog. Too bad it wasn't one of the full art lands or a more valuable card. Neither one of these are high value cards, but still it's kind of neat to see the printer, or the chopper, I guess, cut those off and actually put another card on them. Alright, Social Climber. I'll have to keep an eye out for that in this box. Rob the Archives, Brawlers. Alright, so there's one of our Triome lands. So we got a Zatora Proving Ground. So that's definitely going to have some value for us. Slide that to the side and put that there. Then we got a Storefront, a Mountain, and a Treasure. So that's a couple of boxes as of late. In our Kamigawa box, we had a stamp or a punch on basically our second most valuable card in the box, which could make it worth $1 gazillion or $0. Got a Professional Facebreaker here. That's a few dollar hit. Thank you very much. All right, so we'll just slide that over there. Oh, sorry about that. Extract the Truth. Infiltrator. Slip out the back. Forge Boss. And a Giada's Gift coming in here. Very cool to see that. That's going to be a few dollar hit, I believe. Then we got ourselves a Forest and a Citizen. So definitely for a booster box, seeing quite a few Mythics in here. Only one foil rare thus far. I didn't have high expectations. This is a low value box or a low cost box. Ooh, and a Raphine's Tower. So there we go. That's going to be the most valuable from the land cycle in standard frame. So very nice to see that. Then we get a Wizard in the back. So far, pretty happy with this box. Regardless, or despite the misprints. Thankfully, they're not on high value cards, so I don't have to stress too much. But comment below if you know if that's a thing people are really interested in. Take to the Streets. Mr. Orfeo the Boulder. Shakedown Heavy, not a high value black, but that's going to be a pretty decent hit there. So we got a foil Xander's Lounge here coming in, so that's a land and it's in foil for one of the Triomes. That's 3 in this draft box, which is pretty crazy. I haven't opened a ton of draft boxes, but I have opened a lot of set and collector of this particular product. You can go back and take a look at the videos on the channel. Oh, I see some, yeah, the chopper and the printer. So we can see up here, these dots are actually numbers from other cards. Because if you look at the bottom of these, you'll see how low they are. So something was definitely off that day at the factory. So we got a Fleetwood Dancer here as a rare. Don't think that's going to be high value. So far none of the rares. It just seems to be the uncommons in this particular box. Kill Shots, Broken Wings, for the family. And we got ourselves a Titan of Industry. Few dollar hit here. Another Mythic. Very cool to see that. You're wondering why I'm separating the punch cards. I don't want to punch them while I'm sorting, so I just kind of move them to the side. All right, now look at that. At the top of the screen there, we've got another one. Okay. So let's see what that is here in a second. Quick draw. It is an uncommon. That might be the most pronounced. Yeah, I mean, that is just so bizarre. I'm going to chalk them up to being damaged. Then we got a Scheming Fence here, as opposed to being valuable. I just can't imagine those hold significant value. All right, so we got ourselves an Antagonize, Civil Servant, Refuse to Yield, the Butler. We got ourselves a Broker's Ascendancy, and a Mountain and a Treasure. So we're a little more than halfway through the box. Got 3 lands, quite a few mythics, mostly between $3 and $8. But that's okay for a draft box. I will take it. Got a pair of crew captains peeking through. Public Enemy. And we got a widespread thieving coming in here from red. Foil crew captain and a treasure in the back. Alright, socialites. The station, jewel thief. Mastro's charm, an offer you can't refuse. Double tap on the Vivian of the Hunt. Okay. It's only a few dollar hit, but I'll take it twice. Very nice to see that. It's got to be like mythic number 6 or 7 for this draft box, which is kind of what you expect to get in a collector box. Just checking. It is draft. Racer's Ring, Nightclubber, Charm. That one's a little off too. And we got an Avon Heartstabber coming in here as our rare. And then a Swamp and a Treasure. I'm going to try and do some research on those and see if that's just, a quality issue with this particular set. Or if this is the one-off. Alright, and we're going to get a Horde Hauler here as our rare. Not a high value one. Alright, and this will take us to 2/3 of the way through the box. Civic Gardener. Security Bypass, the Hideout. Oh, it's another pack with these. ... and printing. And that one is just way off at the bottom. Alright, Ginny Faye coming in here as our rare. And nothing in the back there. Alright, I'm just going to slide those over there and start grabbing packs with the left hand. As I butcher this one. Alright, Demon's Due. Illicit Shipments. The Agent, Hostile Takeover. Bandits, Adjudicators, Crowbar. So we got a Bootlegger Stash coming in here. So this is going to be a really good hit for the green cycle. This is one of the artifacts that is currently valued over $10. So I'm just going to throw that one in a quick sleeve and put that over there with our lands. So that's going to be our best hit so far. So let's keep going here. Outlaw, Duelist, Volo, Obscura. So we got a Void Rend coming in here. It's going to be about a little over $1. Astros, Murder, Crew Captain. Alright, so we're going to go and see Giada, Font of Hope coming in here from white. Then we got a Swamp and a Fish. Another punch card. Case the Joints. I hope that's a Borderless in the back. It is. It's going to be a Titan of Industry coming in Borderless. Very cool to see that. You don't get too many Borderless in the booster boxes. After opening so many collector boxes, it's just nice to open up a pack of cards that actually opens without any pressure. Alright, so we've got a Maestro's Ascendancy, a Jewel Thief, and a Rogue in the back. Alright, another Initiate. An Offer You Can't Refuse. And we got ourselves a Cut Your Losses coming in here from blue. So still only one foil rare, with the exception of the land. I guess Xander's Lounge is technically a rare. I just chose to put it in a separate pile. And I haven't seen any more of those misprint cards. So we got a Rarity Scheming Seer coming in here. Another Mythic. Wow, it's just Mythic Draft Box Day, apparently, at the Wizard's Factory. Alright, warm welcome. Alright, so we got ourselves a Cut of the Prophets here from black. Not high value. 3 packs to go. Kill Shot. Power. Nimble Larcenist. Alright, we got Jaxus the Troublemaker coming in here with a Grizzly Sigil, a Swamp, and a Treasure. 2 to go. And then we're going to do the MTG box analysis, where I'll go ahead and talk about set distribution, this box's coverage of the set, duplication, potential value in a booster box, and more. Alright, Undercover Operative. Would love to see a Ledger Shredder, an Ob Nixilis, another land. Any one of those would be great in this pack. Alright, Extract the Truth, Psionic Swoop, Backup Agent, Exhilaration Magician, Most Wanted, Deal Gone Bad, Skycrier, Celestial Regulator, Botanical Plaza, Rooftop Nuisance, Cement Shoes, Tainted Indulgence, Riveter's Decoy, and another Bootlegger's Stash. So we got a double hit on Vivian and a double hit on our plus $10 Bootlegger Stash. Okay, absolutely no complaints. This booster box was amazing. But how good was it? Let's find out in the MTG box analysis. All right, we're back. Everything's been sorted and inventoried. Now let's get into the MTG box analysis. Let's take a brief moment to review the Streets of New Capenna set and establish what's possible in a draft booster pack. The set contains a total of 449 cards. Draft booster packs can only see cards numbered 1 to 360, which means you cannot see any of the gilded foil, extended art, or etched foils in the booster box product. This chart shows the foils that we saw in orange, the non-foils in green, and the set in gray as our baseline. Based on the data, we can see that this box had a pretty even spread of non-foils from the 5 primary colors of Magic, ranging between 66 and 70 cards. In the foil space, we saw 11 total cards, which means we averaged 1 in every 3.1 packs. In this booster box, we saw 246 unique non-foil cards, which accounts for about 68% of the 360 cards we were eligible to see. As I mentioned just a moment ago, we saw 11 unique foils. This accounts for 3% coverage of the foils we were eligible to see in the draft booster box product. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in the draft booster box product, we have an opportunity to see 111 commons, 95 uncommons, 96 rares, and 38 mythics. In the non-foil space, we saw 99% of the commons, only missing the Rakish Revelers in showcase form, which is a 1-cent card. We also saw 87% of the uncommons, 28% of the rares, and 16% of the mythics. In the foil space, we saw 5 commons, 3 uncommons, 2 rares, and no mythics. In total, we saw 28 rares and 9 mythics in this box, which is really high for a draft booster. Out of the 540 cards we saw, none of the foils were duplicates, but 283 of the non-foils were repeats, which means that 50% of this box was duplicate. As I pointed out during the overlay, we saw 4 high-value duplicates. We saw 2 An Offer You Can't Refuse, 2 Vivians of the Hunt, 2 Rarity Scheming Seers, and 2 Bootlegger Stashes. Let's talk about the potential value of the cards in this set. This chart shows all the cards available to us in the draft booster box product for the Streets of New Capenna set. 12 of the cards are currently valued over $10, 18 of the cards are valued over $5, and 30 cards are valued over $1. The remaining 300 cards are all valued under $1. Now let's get into the value that we saw in this box for the non-foil space. We saw 3 big hits valued over $10, including 2 bootlegger stashes at $14.87 apiece, and an unlicensed hearse which just keeps going up in value at $18.73. We also saw 3 cards valued between $5 and $10, as well as 11 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 455 non-foils were all valued less than $1. In the foil space, we really only had one hit, and that was the Xander's Lounge valued at $6.99. The remaining 10 foils were all under $1. Finally, taking a look at value by rarity, we can see that those full art lands just do not hold the same value as the full art lands from the previous set, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, bringing in only $6.90 in total value. Interestingly, our rare and mythic values were nearly identical with only a $1.67 spread between them. Together, they account for 80% of the box value, which means that if I ever decide to part with these cards, I should be able to recoup the cost of the box pretty easily. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box through a Patreon agreement for $88, not including sales tax. Today, we opened up 36 packs with 15 cards each, seeing a total of 540 cards. In the non-foil space, we saw $136.51 of value. In the foil space, we saw $7.93, and the tokens added the final $2.16 to our total. Add it all up, and we saw $146.60 in value, which is a gain of $58.60 over the price I paid, which equates to 167% of the box price being returned in value. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more MTG box analysis. Until next time, do something amazing.